Welcome back to Mind Pump TV. It's me, Sal. Look, one of the biggest challenges that I've run into with clients as a personal trainer is I don't have enough time for workouts, and I don't have access to a lot of equipment or access to a gym. So this is actually one of the most common problems that I've encountered training people for over 20 years. And what I've done over that period of time is I've designed workouts for people that are extremely effective in a short period of time and that require no equipment. So I've been able to put together workouts that should take people between 15 to 30 minutes. Now you do 3 of these a week and you'll actually get pretty good results. Today I'm going to take you through an example of one of those workouts. Again, this workout should take you about 15 to 30 minutes. Let's get to it. All right, so the first movement is a mobility exercise. It's great for mobility in the spine, the shoulders, and even the lower body. So you're going to be on the floor, and what you want to do is you want to step forward almost like you finished a lunge, but you want to support yourself a little bit off the floor. So notice how my back knee is off the floor. You want to place the leg that's stretched back, you want that same side hand on the floor, nice and flat. And what I'm going to do with this other hand here, the hand that's the same side as the forward leg, is I'm going to bring my elbow down as if I'm bringing it down to the floor. Then what you're going to do is you're going to rotate, come all the way up. I want you to look up at your hand, up at the top. Hold this position for about 2 seconds. Then come back down. Bring the elbow back down again. Pause here for a second. And then come back up. And so you're going to be doing reps of this exercise. Let me show you on the other side. So same thing. 1 foot forward, opposite hand on the floor. Support myself. Bring this elbow down. Come up. Rotate. Twist, look up towards my hand, and come back down. Come up, hold, and back down. And so what you want to do when you do this one is you want to do about 10 reps on each side and do 2 sets per side. So 2 sets on the right, 10 reps, 2 sets on the left, 10 reps. All right, so this next movement, also a mobility movement, and this is great for the lower body, the hips, and even the lower back. It's called 90-90. So I'm going to get in that position for you so I can show you what it looks like. So basically what you want to do is you want one leg in front of you bent at 90 degrees, and then you're going to put another leg behind you also bent at 90 degrees. Now you can see I have some mobility issues with this particular position. Most of you will as well. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to support myself with my hand. Now if you can balance without supporting yourself, that's excellent. That's a great thing for you. But if you can't, it's okay to use your hand. And what you want to do in this position is you want to hold yourself up nice and tall, and I want you to tense your whole body and try and support yourself without having to use your hand. So for me, I still need to use my hand. So what I'm doing in this position is I'm holding myself up, I'm tensing everything and trying to support myself without having to use my hand. And what you want to do is you want to hold this position for about 45 seconds. After 45 seconds, you switch sides. Same thing on the other side, except this time now my left leg is in front of me, bent at 90 degrees, and my right leg is behind me, bent at 90 degrees. Now, what you may notice for me is I'm a little bit better on one side. That's totally normal. Most of you will find that one side is a little bit easier than the other. Again, front leg bent 90 degrees, back leg bent 90 degrees. The idea is to come up, support yourself, tense your whole body, try and support yourself without having to use your hand. I can do so on this side. Hold yourself up nice and tall, count for about 45 seconds. After 45 seconds, your set is over, and then rest. And what you want to do is you want to do 1 set on each side. So 1 set, 45 seconds on one side, 1 set, 45 seconds on the other side. All right, your next exercise is called stationary lunges. So first I'm going to show you the position you want to get into, and then I'm going to explain how many reps you should do because this is a body weight exercise. So with the lunge, you want to take a big step forward and a big step back. And now make sure your feet don't line up, okay, or you'll lose your balance. So 1 foot needs to be staggered out just a little bit. So I'm up on my toes here. Now stationary lunge means that the entire time I do this exercise, I'm in this position. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the back knee down as if I'm going to kneel on the floor. So I'm going to bring that back knee down and come up. Real controlled form. Again, I'm going to come down as if I'm going to kneel, pause, and come up. You don't want to touch the floor with your knee, so I'm not telling you to actually kneel. Don't do this. You want to stop about 1 or 2 inches off the floor and come right back up. Now, you can do the same thing on the other side, same exact thing, same position, one leg forward, one leg back. Back knee comes down, pause, and then come up. Now, what I want you to do with this is I want you to do 3 sets of reps to fatigue. Now, what does that mean? Reps to fatigue means do as many reps as you can until your form is no longer perfect. So it doesn't mean you go as many reps as you possibly can until you fall on the floor. You want to do reps until your form is not perfect anymore, and then that's when you stop and then try and match it with the other leg. 3 sets each side. All right, so this next movement is an upper body exercise, but it's also a core exercise. This is great for the triceps, the shoulders, the chest, and the midsection. It's an extended plank. Basically, it's the top of a push-up. Let me show you what it looks like. So just like you finished a push-up, you want your hands on the floor and you're on your toes. Now here's what's important. This is a very important part here. I don't want your pelvic tilted to where your butt sticks up in the air. I want you to kind of tuck your tailbone a little bit and squeeze your core. Now what you're going to do in this position is you're going to tuck your tailbone, squeeze your core, and squeeze your whole body and hold that tension. You want to hold it and count for about 30 to 60 seconds. Looks easy, but it's not. Trust me, it gets fatiguing after about 15 seconds. You'll find yourself start to shake. So hold that position after about 30 to 60 seconds, or if your form starts to break down, let yourself down. That's 1 set. I want you to do 3 sets of that. So 3 sets, 30 to 60 second holds at the top. All right, so the next exercise is called prone cobra. Now, this is a phenomenal movement for posture, so it's really good to give you good, correct posture. It's good for if you have neck tension or pain. But really, it's also a great exercise for your mid-back. So this really works the muscles of the mid-back, and we all know how good those look when they're well developed. So I'm going to lay on my stomach to demonstrate this exercise because this one is done on the floor. So what you want to do is you want to lay down on the floor, and I want you to reach forward like you're Superman, but I am hovering off the floor. Now what I'm going to do in this position is I'm going to bring my hands out, and as I bring them back, I'm going to rotate up so that my thumbs point straight up, and I'm going to take my shoulders, squeeze them down and together. And I want you to hold this squeeze really hard for about 5 seconds, then come forward, rotate so that the palms face down again, reach forward, and then repeat. You're going to come back, bring the hands back as far as you can, rotate the thumbs so that they point up, squeeze down and back with your mid-back, hold, and then come forward again. What I want you to do with that movement is about 5 to 8 repetitions and do about 3 sets. All right, so the next movement is called a wall press. All you need for this is a stable wall. So what you want to do is you want to stand away from the wall with your feet, I don't know, maybe 12 inches or so. Put your butt up against the wall, back up against the wall, and then you want to tuck your chin. Okay, so I'm going to bring my chin back as far as I can. It looks funny. This is part of the movement. And then what you want to do is there's a little space here in my low back. That's natural. I want to flatten that. That's real hard to do while tucking your chin. So I look funny doing it, but trust me, you're going to have a tough time too. So chin tucked, flatten the low back. Then you're going to bring your elbows, put them up to the floor. Now here's the press. Bring your hands back while maintaining low back, chin tucked. Press them against the wall, hold for about 10 seconds. Relax everything. Give yourself a break for a bit because it's tough. And then try it again. Chin tucked, low back flat, elbows up. Press your hands back so that they touch the wall. Hold for about 10 seconds. And then rest. So what I want you to do is about 3 sets of those 10-second holds. Remember the points of contact that you're trying for. Butt, low back, chin tucked, elbows, and then the hands. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that workout that I just showed you. Now look, if you want more detail in the descriptions of those exercises, because they can be complex, especially if you've never seen them before, at the bottom of this video, in the comments area, there's links to descriptive videos where we really go into depth and teach you all the nuances of all those exercises. I also wrote a whole article around working out at home or working out without equipment and being very limited with time. That link is also on the bottom. Also, I want to ask you to share this video with your friends, people who like to work out at home without equipment, or people who maybe need to mix it up a little bit. Also, finally, subscribe to this channel. We post new videos like this one all the time.